Good day from School Transportation News. I'm Ryan Gray. It's time for the latest edition of the STN Vlog. The National Transportation Safety Board recently released its investigation report on the March 12th crash of a motor coach in New York City. The bus was returning from a trip to a casino when it veered off the road and struck a highway sign. 15 passengers were killed and 18 were injured. The cause was driver fatigue coupled with excessive speed. NTSB Chairman Deborah Hersman called the crash one of the deadliest the NTSB has investigated. It showed how occupants were wearing lap shoulder belts were protected and what happened to those who weren't wearing their seat belts. Certainly different crash forces are at play in motor coaches than in school buses, the latter being more regulated by the feds for safety. Yet the findings are still interesting to student transporters, especially as many school districts and bus companies utilize motor coaches for extracurricular trips and sports activities. Last year, Bob Riley, Executive Director of NASDIPS, was contacted by Norman Karachuk, president of the firm GK Design International based in Southern California. Karachuk wanted to let Riley know of a project he had assigned 5 of his designers to come up with a fresh concept for a next-generation school bus. The goal was not to sell this design to any manufacturer or to even build a scale model, but to break the monotony of a normal day, designing the latest in Yamaha motorcycles and sport boats, as well as industrial buildings, all of which are GK Design's specialty. The result of this fun project was the E2 school bus of the future that is sure to raise plenty of eyebrows in October when Karachuk presents the project during the NASDIP's annual conference in Memphis, Tennessee. At first glance, the school bus resembles a transit bus and has oversized picture windows reminiscent of a motor coach. The front also looks identical to the rear. Certainly this bus is not road ready to transport school kids, and again, this was not Karachuk's main objective. He wanted to make sure his designers did their homework. So the group worked with Montebello Unified School District outside of Los Angeles to see the transportation department's operations, study the fleet, and even ride along on some rail routes. The designers also reviewed the federal motor vehicle safety standards applicable to school buses so they could make sure their designs were as realistic as possible. Earlier this week, we were in downtown LA for a screening of La Camioneta, the documentary of a retired American school bus that is transported to Guatemala and transformed into a popular and wildly painted mode of public transit for local workers. As reported in our April 6th vlog, La Camioneta debuted at the prestigious South by Southwest Film Festival in Austin, Texas this past spring to rave reviews. This week's screening was hosted by the Central American Resource Center, founded in 1983 by Salvadoran refugees and human rights activists. Before the screening, part of the Los Angeles Film Festival, we spoke with Arturo Zepeda, the center's day labor coordinator, as well as a Guatemalan immigrant. So why is it important to share this story of La Camioneta with American audiences?
Well, the American audience is very diverse, so I want to talk about Central American youth. Guatemalans who were born here. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't know much about Guatemala or their culture, and so this is very important to them because this could be a way for them to learn, appreciate where they come from, where their parents come from, who they are. And Carecen has always promoted cultural enrichment, especially for Central American youth at Carecen.
So where in Guatemala are you from?
I'm from Retauleu, one of the 22 departments of Guatemala.
So have you used the Camioneta?
Yes, I have. When I was there, I used a lot. The most of people use the Camioneta. We call that because it's the cheapest, you know, the cheapest one. There are many gangs, especially they don't have a job. They go to rob the people, you know, take the purse or rings or jewelry or something like that. Yeah.
Lastly, you may have heard or seen a viral video of New York school bus monitor Karen Klein being verbally assaulted by a group of students on the bus. The despicable taunts and name-calling has gone national, and Klein has appeared on several news and talk shows about her ordeal. Viewers are warned that the video contains explicit, disturbing language. In an online blog, I wrote that this type of cruelty from kids is unfortunately nothing new, but with social networking, such incidents are presenting a new type of challenge to student transporters. Well, that was the intent anyway. Some readers concluded that what I was really saying was these verbal assaults of school bus drivers and monitors was the new challenge. That is anything but the truth. But the video does bring to the mainstream what student transporters have had to deal with for years and years. Maybe, just maybe, this viral video will work towards positive change on the school bus. It certainly has brought much needed attention to this ongoing problem. Well, that's all the time we have today. Stay tuned for more updates from the School Transportation News vlog, and be sure to visit our online blogs at stnonline.com.